guys, my name is Bridget and today we are going to be talking about Soundless by Richelle Mead, which I am pretty sure comes out in November. And I just read this book and I really enjoyed it, so I thought I would discuss with you guys what I thought of it so that when the time comes you would know if you want to pick up this book to read it. I do want to say that none of my views were changed because I got this book early. I got it at BookCon, and this is an honest review. Let's just put it that way. This is an honest review. This is actually how I felt about the book. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys because I want to keep my views on all the books honest. This book follows a girl named Faye, and she lives in this village in China, and it shows all the Chinese culture, and all of her village is deaf. They cannot hear anything. They communicate by sign language or some form of it, and lots of people in her town have been going blind as well. And the town gets their food by getting shipments from this town down the hill because they can't get down this huge mountain. They're on top of a mountain and they can't get down it, and they've been getting their shipments of food from there in return for metals that they mine from this cave. And people have been going blind, and so they can't work in the cave anymore. They just have to resort to begging because that's how they get their food. And the whole struggle is that the town is getting less and less food than they need to survive, but they cannot mine as many metals because of the people going blind. So Faye goes with this boy and they decide that they're going to be doing something about it, and they're going to go down to the town where they get the food from. It is high fantasy, but there is romance in it, so if you don't like romance as much, then I wouldn't recommend it, but it is very good and well done romance, which I really enjoyed. So let me just start and talk about my rating now. Characters are given 18 out of 20 or 1 star. The characters were really well done. You understood their different backgrounds and personalities and what they were like. I did keep thinking that Faye's sister was younger than her because it seemed like Faye was taking care of her and helping her out a lot, but that wasn't that big of a deal. It just seemed like she was the younger sister to me. The romance was really well integrated into the story, and I liked how that whole part of it flowed. It was very sweet and cute. Plot, I gave it 15 out of 20 or 3/4 of a star. I really liked the plot. It was very good for a standalone because it had the whole story arc that you would want. I liked how most of it was done. There was a part of it that seemed a bit obvious to me while I was reading it, like you can't see that this is happening to this person because of stuff. I don't want to spoil anything, but it sort of seemed obvious to me about what was happening, and I was sort of confused as to why she didn't understand, but when she did finally understand, I was like, okay, see, look. And I was sort of exasperated with her, but you know, it was okay. She finally did understand, and I was like, okay, now you see. I told you, I knew it. But overall, I did really like it. Setting, I gave a 19 out of 20 or 1 star. The Chinese culture and setting was very fascinating to read about. Richelle Mead did a very good job of setting the scene and explaining the different places and why they did certain things, like make the things that wrote out everything that was happening in the village each day. It was just very interesting to explain why all this was going on and why people were doing certain things. Writing, I gave a 16 out of 20 or 3/4 of a star. I really liked reading the story. It was a lot of fun to see Faye's different reactions to certain things that we might take for granted. It was a very quick read, and at the same time as it being so short, I did feel very invested in the characters, even if it was a very short standalone. I was very invested in the story. I did really enjoy the writing. It was a lot of fun to read. There was this great sort of personality of the main character to make the story a lot of fun to read. Enjoyment, I gave an 18 out of 20 or 1 star. I flew through this book. I had a lot of fun reading it, as I've said before, and I can't wait to see what everyone thinks of it when it comes out because I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to talk with you guys about it because I think most of you will really like it, and it was just a lot of fun to read. So overall, I gave it an 86% or 4.5 stars. I would definitely recommend it if you love fantasy and romance. So definitely go pick this up when it comes out in November, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be up very soon. So I will see you guys then. Okay, bye!